Hello everybody, going to try and do a bit of a lap guide for Spa for DGT League. The first lap I'm just doing as a warm-up lap, so I'm going to sort of mention the braking points and some notes. So first of all, be careful of too much throttle on the exit of the final corner. Okay, turn 1 braking point, latest 100 metres with dirty air, you'll have to brake earlier. Entering first, if you can get into second mid-corner and use second on the exit, you get better traction. Eau Rouge, it's all flat out. If you're behind a car, you can do it flat out as well, but just be careful, dirty air can become effective. You may need to do a little lift. Camel Straight, again, be careful of the dirty air down here. Boost and slipstream, very effective. Braking at the 100 metres, start of the curb. That's very latest, and then be very careful on throttle here and actually be off throttle fairly early so you get it tucked into the apex then. Start the curb and let the car get round the corner. Don't get too greedy on the throttle here, it will want to spin the rear. You can do this corner in third gear. You may want to try entry in second, especially if you're in dirty air. P1's an interesting one. It can be done with a lift at the 50 and a turn in at the end of the curb. The tyres are a little cold though. In dirty air, you're definitely going to need a dab of brake, probably down to fourth. 50 metres, I think that was. Start the curb. Third gear through here. Don't get too greedy on the way in or the way out. Brake just for the end of the curb. Turn in second. Take third on the way out. You will need a little lift here. Max Aeros, and now the run to Blanchimont, flat out. Even with dirty air, should be flat out, but be aware of people may lift if they've got dirty air in front of you. Braking point for the final corner, 150 metres. And again, don't be too greedy on the throttle here. I'll use second gear, but I'm not flat out, because it will just wheel spin. Okay, let's try and get a timed lap in, so 100 metres. So limited the wheel spin there. Stay away from the curb on the right. You can use a bit of the curb on the left. Don't go over the white line there. Minimal steering here, and get yourself settled. Okay, so I do brake at the start of the curb with dirty air. You're going to have to brake a lot earlier. This can be done in third or second. Lift off early to get the turn in. Avoid the bollards. Nice and early on the power. Braking at the start of the curb. I want to be off the brakes when I'm turning really, but I was going a bit too quick there. Missing the apex, so I've dropped it down to second to get the turn in. Okay, so we're going to lift at 50, turn in at the end of the curb, and back on the throttle. So you can do it without braking, unless you're in dirty air. Max Aeros. Start the curb. 3 downshifts to third gear. Brake just for start the curb. Second gear to get it turned in. Nice early up to third. There's a little bit of a ragged lap really. Again down here, minimal steering. And interestingly, I've mentioned it before, up here, turning point, black mark on the road, on the green bit, sorry, on the Astro. Okay, brake up 150. And there you go. Not my fastest lap, but it'll get you around the track quite comfortably every lap. So there you go.